Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn the first and basic important topic in English grammar. Can you guess what it is? Yes, it is a sentence. Now look at these words. Told, story, the, a, teacher, us. Does it make any sense? Do you understand what it is? No, because these words are not arranged properly. Now look at this, children. The teacher told us a story. Now, can you understand what it is? Yes, the teacher told us a story. Is it making a sense? Yes, it is making a sense. So, a sentence is a group of words which are combined together to give a complete meaning. A sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop, question mark and an exclamatory mark also. Now, let us rearrange all these sentences to make a meaningful sentences. Now, see the first one. Good A is swimming exercise. So, how shall we write, children? It is not making a complete sense. You cannot understand it. So, we will write it as swimming is a good exercise. Swimming is a good exercise. So, the sentence is starting with a capital letter and it is ending with a full stop. Now, we'll see the next one. Need, living, all things air. So, here the words are not arranged properly. You cannot understand this. So, how shall we write? All living things need air. So, we have to start with a capital letter. All living things need air. So, we are starting with a capital letter and we are ending with a full stop. Next one. Moon, the, is, beautiful, how. So, here this is a sentence. But here it is an expression. Here the emotions are expressed. How beautiful the moon is. And we end with an exclamatory mark. How beautiful the moon is. The moon is. So, we are ending with an exclamatory mark. And we are starting with a capital letter. Now, the fourth one. Is your warehouse. Now, does it make any sense, children? Can you understand what it is? No. So, here we need to arrange it properly. So, we can write it as where is your house? So, I am asking you a question. Where is your house? So, it will end with a question mark. So, it is where is your house? So, we are ending with a question mark. Now, the next one. Story, books, Raju reads. Okay, I think you might have guessed it. Raju reads story books. Raju reads story books. So, a sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. We have the other sentences like exclamatory sentence and also interrogative sentence. Now, children, tell me, where do we use all these sentences? All these are sentences. Where do we use it? Or when do we use it? So, we use all these sentences to speak, read or write. Is it clear, children? Have you all understood? So, let us learn more about this sentence. We have learned what a sentence is. Now, today we will be able to identify subject and predicate and how the verb helps us to identify it. And the topic is subject-verb agreement. Now, look at these words, children. First one is the red dragon kite. You, she, they. Does these words make any sense? No, they do not make any sense. Now, let us combine two words, red dragon kite and you. Does this make a sense? No, they cannot make a sense. And what are these? Red dragon kite is a noun. You is a pronoun. She is a pronoun. They is pronoun. So, we have subject as nouns and pronouns. Are these subjects? When we take two subjects, can we make a sentence? No, we cannot make a sentence using two subjects. Then what do we require, children? We require something in front of this subject. Now see this red dragon kite. So in red dragon kite, say something about this red dragon kite. The red dragon kite flies very high in the sky. So how to add or what this subject is telling, that comes as the predicate. Now I'll show you the different other cards, children, and we'll try to fix those cards here and how the verb helps us. Now I'll show you the other cards, children. Now look at it. Look, beautiful. Sees kites in China. Admires Zippy. Flies towards Zippy. Now all these are the naming words. They are the nouns and the pronouns. So we call them as a subjects. We call them as a subject. So for this subject, we need to select the predicate. So these are the telling part of this subject. This is a predicate. Now children, if the subject is one, the verb, it takes S or ES. If the subject is one, that is red dragon kite. Is it one or two? Yes, it is one. So when it is one, the verb in this sentence should have S or ES. Now if the subject is many, that is they means more than one. If it is they, then the subject, the verb in the predicate will not have S or ES. Now let us look at all these predicates, whether they are suiting it or not, whether they are matching and whether they are making a sense or not. Let us look at it. Red dragon kite, look beautiful. Red dragon kite is only one. So when it is one, this look is the verb. So does we get look or looks? We should get looks, but it is not matching. So we need to see a subject which has S or ES, because one, if the subject is one, it takes S or ES. That is the verb. So red dragon kite. So what will come, children? Flies towards Zippy. So this is the correct answer for the first one. So we will remove this. Yes. So here red dragon kite is one. That is the subject is one. This is the naming part. For this naming part, this is the telling part where the verb we are writing ES. Okay. Now next one is you. You and, see here children, you and I, they don't take S or ES in the verb. So in the predicate starts with a verb and it doesn't take S or ES. So you see kites in China. Does it make a sense? No. So here this will not come. So we will remove this one. So you admire Zippy. Okay. You look beautiful. Yes. So here look, it is not having S or ES. So you look beautiful. Next one. Okay, we'll keep this one here. She admires Zippy. So she is one. So she admires should come. Okay. So when it is one, when the subject is one, it takes S or ES. So she is only one. So here admire is there. So it doesn't match. So we will write she sees kites in China. Clear? Then they, when the subject is plural. Okay, when the subject is many, more than one, it doesn't take S or ES. So they admire Zippy. Is this clear, children? So we will, this is starting with a capital letter and we have to end with a full stop. U is starting with a capital letter. It is ending with a full stop. She sees kites in China. Full stop. They admire Zippy. So here in the first one, this is the verb. What is this, children? This is verb. So here when the subject is only one, the verb is S or ES. Next, here the verb is look. Here it is sees. Here admire is the verb. Clear? And for I and you, they don't take S or ES. Even though they are one, they will not take S or ES. Now look at these words, children. Each, everyone, someone, nobody. All these words are the naming words. Naming words means they are the subjects. Now these subjects, they take s or es as verbs in the predicate. So now, can you frame a sentence with each, children? Just think about it. Now with each, you need to frame a sentence with each. Each of the students sings well. So here what is the verb? Sings. Okay, so we have taken s. Okay, so for one we have to take s or es. Now everyone, with everyone we will frame a sentence. Everyone is a naming word. So everyone loves to fly kites. Okay, so here we have written loves. Okay, someone. So someone knows her, or someone brings a big cake. Next, nobody. Nobody knows her. Clear? So like this you can frame sentences, children. Okay, so this is the naming part, and from each of the students is the naming part, and this is the telling part. So telling part is the subject. So everyone is a naming part, or that is, this is a subject, and loves to fly is a predicate. Is it clear, children? Now let us go back here also. Red dragon kite flies towards Zippy. Red dragon kite is one. It is the naming part. It is a subject, and the predicate is flies towards Zippy. Now you look beautiful. You is one, and you and I, they are one only, and it doesn't take s or es. So you look beautiful. So we are not writing s or es even though you is one. She sees kites in China. She is one. So when it is one, it has to take s or es. And this is the predicate. They is a naming part. It is the subject, and the predicate is admire Zippy. So here they is more than one, that is many. So it is not taking s or es in its verb. So admire Zippy is a predicate. So have you understood, children, how to split a sentence into subject and a predicate, and how the verb acts in between? Is it clear, children? Thank you, children.